Welcome back to another episode of How About Them Cowboys. I'm your host, Bud. This is my co-host, Shay.
Hey.
Post-game reaction. Week 6 are in the books. The Cowboys play the Patriots at Gillette Stadium. And as we discussed in the last show, the Patriots have a way of winning. It's 72-11. We lost to the Patriots 20-16. A lot of me just wondering, and I left been questioning, what happened? What happened? I mean, we came in the game, we had an awesome plan, we had an awesome defense, we held them to 20 points. My question is, with the Patriots ranking 32nd in total defense, why is it that we couldn't put up nothing but 16 points? Shay?
Spud.
Let me know something. I don't know.
I'm tired of making excuses or wondering why or saying we could have did this and we could have did that, because the fact of the matter is we didn't. We could have done a lot of things in that game that would have not only stopped them but could have gained us more points. I don't know. I can keep rewinding it over and over because I recorded it, and I can keep looking at certain things, and I'm wondering, well, why is this play being called, or why is this person here when that person should be there? Why are we running these same routes that I talked about back in week 2, I believe it was, about people knowing our routes? And that's one thing the Patriots do. They study teams. They study the routes. They study these players. They know. They know we need to bring something new. We need to refresh and regroup.
Well, you made a very good point about the Patriots studying and knowing exactly what they do and knowing what other teams do. I'm going to tell you something that the Patriots did that shocked me. I'm sure it shocked Jason Garrett, and Rob Ryan was looking around like, holy crap, okay? So, one of the things that the Patriots did, they said, okay, we're not going to be fooled by your defense status. We know that you're talented. We know that you rank 4th in the league in total defense, and you like to stop the run. But here's how we're going to come at you, okay? We're not going to just sit there and just let you just pound away at us. We're going to run this quick, no-huddle offense, which really caught Dallas off guard because they kept trying to get players out that was tired, and eventually that offense wore down on that defense. And it showed, but the defense held their own. They didn't let the Patriots score like 40 points or 35 or something like the Patriots normally do.
Right.
But they came in, they forced Tom into some crucial turnovers, which was something that concerned me was, what's Tom going to turn the ball over? I mean, I know he threw those 4 interceptions a while back, but that's very uncharacteristic like of Tom Brady, and it doesn't happen very often. So I was really concerned of whether we would make him turn the ball over, but we did, and that no-huddle offense.
Twice. We did good on that.
That no-huddle offense really got Dallas on their toes, and I don't think they were really prepared to see that no-huddle offense.
But we did the same thing.
We did.
We came back. We really put up a challenge. They weren't expecting that. I mean, we weren't either, but we was like, hey, 2 can play that game. Don't try to play us. Hello, don't try to play us. We are not to be played with.
They already played us.
They played us, but we put up a good game. I'm sorry, I can't. I'm not saying that I'm not upset that we lost, but at the same time, I feel like we did really good. If we can keep that consistency up and we can fix those little things that was in that game, the Patriots are a really good team to go against. They're one of the teams that I look at and say, that's who we need to be. That's where our standard is. Not these lower teams, not these teams that we're like, oh, well, we can beat them. We have a certain standard and a certain criteria that we go by. We can play like that in every game. We got games in the bag.
Okay, so there was 2 things that just really rubbed me the wrong way inside, okay? One of the things was not even that there was a lot of things, but just these 2 were the most things. These were just the biggest things. One comment I heard was we lost but we won. Look, I don't want no lose but we win. I want to
Right.
win but we win.
Right.
I don't care if we win by 1 point. I want to win but we
Right.
win. But more importantly than that, I felt like Dallas committed too many penalties.
Too many.
After
Soon as the
penalties.
game started, we was
After penalties.
penalized.
It's like
This is something that I talked about. I'm sorry. We can't keep doing this.
you can't do it. Like
We can't. We
and
can't.
Jason,
Jason.
we gonna move on to our next match because I'm not even gonna talk about you no more, Jason. You know, I'm
It's
tired.
getting really repetitive,
I'm
and
tired.
I'm really tired.
I'm
It's
tired. You either gonna call the plays, or I'm gonna come down there and call them for you.
right. I was about to say that. I'm gonna call the play.
And you don't
I
want
know
me to
where
get
you
my
at.
mother on you. You don't want me to get my mother on you, okay? I'm being nice, okay?
Yeah,
I'm being
really.
nice, but if I have to go get my mother, it's not gonna be pretty. Because she already don't like you. She don't like you. I like you. I stick up for you every weekend. And this is how
I'll
you
stick
repay
up
me.
for you. I'm sorry.
This is how you repay me. Moving on, okay? We playing the St. Louis Rams next week. Let me tell you something about the Rams. They're 0-6. If we lose against them, I will not wear my hat next week. I promise you. I will not. Matter of fact, Shay will be doing the show by herself next week. Okay.
I ain't gonna have a whole lot to say, but how disappointed I am.
I'm
And the
just-
same stuff that I've been saying since week 1 that we cannot do.
But we're not gonna worry about that
Because
we're
we're
gonna
gonna
beat
win.
the Rams.
Hello.
Here's why we're gonna beat the Rams. Okay. We're number 7 in total offense. That means we know how to score points. Okay. And we're number 5 in total defense. That means we know how to stop people from scoring. Hopefully. The Rams rank amongst the bottom. Statistically, that means that we're supposed to that. Okay, we're supposed to do that.
You
And
heard
we
me.
should do that. Okay, we will do that. Okay. But the Rams acquired a new wide receiver, Brandon Lewis. Do I care? No. I'm sorry, bro. I don't care. Are we gonna win?
Yes.
Yes. It's time to take a look outside the league, okay? Just to see what's been going on outside the Cowboys facility, just to get a breath of fresh air. And one of the things I want to talk about right now are these old and whatever teams, basically winless teams, okay? And one of those teams we're playing next week, and they're not going to get it. So we're just going to talk about them next week also. But another team that hasn't won a game yet is Miami. And Miami went up and they played the Jets. And I was really like thinking Matt Moore and Brandon Marshall, and I was like, this could be the game. Because the Jets hasn't really been playing that well. And I was saying to myself, this could be the game. But Matt Moore, you a grown man. I'm a grown man. Don't mess with the W's, okay? I don't care what Brandon Marshall be talking in the air. Don't mess with Weavers. You're not learning anything from Romo. Don't mess with Weavers. Another 0-16. Or whatever. They winners. I know that. The Colts. I couldn't believe I just said that out of my mouth. Mainly because they don't
I forgot about them too. That's sad.
Mainly because Peyton Manning is not in the game, okay? Mainly
Maybe.
because Peyton is in the game. But there are other factors that just make them lose. And one of the things is, if you had a chance to catch that game, you would notice that Pierre Garçon caught the ball. He started running with it. And he looked like he was going to do something really magical. Now, I'm just over-exaggerating. But he was going to do something, okay? And he takes the ball and sticks it all the way out here. You can't see my hand. He sticks it all the way out here. And it looked like he tried to shovel it, or maybe he just tried to hand it off to somebody. And it was a fumble. Now, he turned a 23-yard, some odd play game into a touchdown for the other team.
Can I ask you a question though? I mean, I understand what you're talking about other factors and things like that. But you're the same person that said you win and lose by the quarterback. So with that being said, are they 0-6? I don't know if they had the bye week yet, but are they 0-6 because the quarterback is injured?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Peyton is the man.
Peyton is the man beast.
Okay? He's a man beast. I haven't seen any man beasts like Peyton Manning besides Tom Brady. And Tony Romo, you are not a man beast. You are a beast, but not a man beast.
That was so rude. You do have to step it up, though, Tony. Really, you do.
I want to talk about Carson Palmer. He's been sitting out for 6 weeks. He told me over the off season. He didn't tell me directly, but
he swear he knows everybody. I just need to get introduced. I don't know.
He told me when he looked at me on that interview and said, "I'm not coming back."
He was serious.
And he was serious, and I really felt like he was serious. A lot of people like he just blowing smoke up his thing. I'm like, no, this guy is serious. He does not want to play for Cincinnati anymore. And he sat out 6 weeks, and they traded him.
Finally.
Now, I'm trying to figure out who got the better deal. Oakland or Cincinnati. Now, Cincinnati will lose Carson Palmer for the whole season. Doesn't matter. They get after Andy Dalton. He's going to take over the franchise. But Oakland gave up 2 first-round draft picks. No. I don't even give up 2 first-round draft picks for Tom Brady. Maybe I do.
I'm about to say what?
Maybe
you
I
got
do,
all people
but
what?
not Carson
I think
Palmer.
he is lying today.
Not Carson Palmer. I try to keep a straight face, but it just came out of me inside. But not Carson Palmer at the most a 3rd-round draft pick.
I guess we'll see what he's
especially
do,
the way he's been playing. Okay.
Let it speak for itself.
I'm not letting him speak.
I don't know. Give it a couple of weeks. I don't know.
These quarterback shuffles have been really good on our Raiders, okay? All these teams is grabbing these quarterbacks and deciding that, oh, we're going to win with them. Minnesota Vikings. You are one of those teams. I said from the beginning, you're going to draft Christian Palmer, you need to play the man. And you want to go get McNabb. Why? And McNabb, I don't have nothing against you. But you have not been balling, and I am mad. I am mad. Okay? You know who else I'm mad at? Maurice Jones-Drew. You haven't been balling.
Oh my gosh, I'm so mad at him.
But that's all time. We're not talking about Jones-Drew.
Okay.
We are talking about McNabb and these quarterback shuffles. Now, Redskins, you don't do Rex Grossman like that. You don't do him like that.
I would tell y'all why he's saying that, but
you don't do that. You don't do that on my week where I'm starting him. You don't do that.
Fantasy football.
You don't do that.
Enough said.
He had one bad game, and you put him on the bench. You don't do that.
I don't know. Are they starting back this week?
They are starting back for the whole entire season.
Until
he throw like 9 interceptions, and they're gonna bring the other guy in.
They don't know what they're doing. They're all over the place.
Let's talk about some favorite matchups. Atlanta and Detroit. And no, we are not leaving this show until we talk about John Harbaugh and that coach from Detroit.
Oh, that was so funny. Oh my gosh.
I see what the other coach was saying. When I looked at it, the replay several times, I realized that it looked like he shook his hand and just pushed them off. Like got
Did
him out the way.
you get my email?
I got you email.
Man, I was
got him out the way.
It's
like he got him out the way. He was like, I want to get you out the way because we just got finished whooping your tail.
They wanted to go celebrate, and that's understandable, but common courtesy, I guess. Common courtesy.
Hey, you know what?
Okay.
I like it, Jim Harbaugh. I like that you went in there and just shook his hand and was like, ha ha, nigga.
I don't think he used that word, but okay.
I think that's what he said. Anyway, who wins this game? Detroit or Atlanta?
I'm going to go with Detroit.
I'm going with Detroit too because I think they bounce back after that. I think they come in and say, that's all I'm going to say. And Matty Ice, if you mess with me this week,
you're getting cut.
Okay, that's all the time that we have. I'm your host, Spud. This is my co-host, Shay. You've been talking with the Cowboys.
Until next week.